everybody. Welcome to Netflix Movie Reviews. I'm Marguerite Fair, and I am Granny Tino. And who are you, lady? Who is this by me?
Felina Katz,
Is
Ms.
that your real
Felina
name?
Katz to you,
Do you have a real name?
Samantha Wagoner.
Oh, so you're not all cats. So, okay. Well, that's good. Oh, Felina, you have your headless pussy floating around today, don't you? Yes, you do. There you go. We just don't know what to say about the days when we have to find out that your cat's been decapitated, but you are also a vampire, so I'm going to just leave that there. There you go. That's it. Well, now, Felina, I'm going to throw the ball in your court first today and surprise you, being as your glasses are already on. And we have a review for Phantom Thread. So why don't
Ooh.
you go first and tell us what you know about Phantom Thread?
Okay. Well, we're doing that one first, huh?
Yeah.
Very good. Well, Phantom Thread is a mesmerizing drama, and it's based on a very sought after fashion designer in the 1950s, played by Daniel Day-Lewis. And he portrays Reynolds Woodcock
Like his name.
living in a beautiful townhouse in 1950s London. He's an artist and he's very obsessed with everything that should go according to his desires. And he does not like any interruptions
Yeah.
or irritations of any kind.
I could relate to that.
Oh, he goes over the top though. He's rather unkind to the women he dates as muses, and he discards them once they've reached his limit. Who knew?
Yeah.
So until one day he meets a waitress. The waitress is named Alma, and he seems to adore her at first. He's just all over her. And
Yeah, at first
at
only.
first, and he creates gorgeous fashions just to fit her svelte figure, and she becomes his new model and muse. Well, Alma starts to realize that he's trying to control everything, every situation in his that comes his way.
Typical
And
male.
right, but she doesn't like that so much, and she decides to control things in her own way.
Women have a way.
Well, yes, she certainly did. And the photography was
Oh,
amazing, and the camera work added to the beauty and the ambiance of the film. I give it 5 cattails.
wow. Let's see. You have your cattail there?
Yeah, shall we
Hold
see
it
that?
up. We haven't seen your cattail in a long time. There you go. Woo! Okay,
Woo!
Felina. Well, now you're a cat, and so that was a cat's perspective. So you gave it five, which that impresses me because you seldom give anything a five. You're a hard scorer, like I always tell everybody. So now let me read a little bit about what I thought about that here. So we can, see what's going on in the real world, in the world of people. Yeah, so yeah, you're playing with your cat. We want to make sure we see your cat going on. So Phantom Thread, it was 2017 Netflix movie, and it is a drama, and it was directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. And as Felina said, it starred Daniel Day-Lewis. And that man is one of those actors, as you know, being an actress, Sam, that can't ever do anything wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't, yeah, he does not know how to do a role that would be anything but perfect. And first of all, I love the setting and the feel of the movie. I thought that was really fantastic. And I know you commented on that too, and that's really true. Now the actors were perfect. And his game was playing this stoic and quietly devoted to the love of his life, which was his fashion, his work. And I think that's what this movie really showed, that this is a man who is in love with his designs. And in the beginning, you think he's falling in love with the woman, but he wasn't really falling in love with the woman. He was just falling in love with the next creation. So it's like he's a sociopath in a way because he's detached from people. But I don't usually mention the director of photography and everything, but this director of photography, when I watched this movie, what I felt, Sam, was that I was walking into a photograph with every shot.
Yeah.
Every shot was framed so perfectly for the texture, for the feel, for the color.
Yeah.
It was just exquisite. That's an
Yeah.
exceptional DP. And for that reason alone, and the costuming, it's amazing. It's just amazing. So let me see. What did I give this? I also, Sam, I guess you're surprised, but the goddess also gave it a 5 finger or 1 hand review. Because, yes, we were very, very pleased with that. I mean, you have to see this. It's a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
The Phantom Thread, and Sam was the one who recommended I watch it, and I'm certainly happy I did. So that's the first one. Now that's really, huh?
Yay.
Yeah, you recommended a good movie that we both actually gave a 5. Holy cow, that is unbelievable. Now, I'm sneaking something in here before I get to my next review, Sam. I'm sneaking this in. This wasn't a movie, everybody, that we were supposed to watch, but I watched this earlier this morning. Okay. And when I say early this morning, I mean I've finished watching it at 5 a.m. So it's called, this is everybody, where's the drum roll? This is a special sneak. There you go. This is a special sneak Netflix review, and the movie is called Six Underground. And this is a new Netflix movie, and it's starring Ryan Reynolds. And if you want something, okay, let me just tell you this. The director is Michael Bay. Now, I don't usually go on and on about directors. I do have my favorites, and Michael Bay is now one of them, because if you see one action movie this year, I seriously mean it. It has to be Six Underground, because I don't know how many of you know Michael Bay, but he's a director who does not use green screen. And this is an action movie that never stops. It takes place in real time, and everything you see, he's really created in real life. Again, not on a green screen. And it's the best movie I've seen. I don't want to go too much into the movie because you have to enjoy this experience, but I will say this. It's wonderful to watch a story that takes down a dictatorship. And what happens to the dictator is what should happen to dictators. So on that happy note, that's what I'll say about that. And it's worth, everybody, and Sam, it's worth seeing it just for that perspective. So everybody, and then you too, Sam, when you get a chance, see Six Underground. I'm only sorry it's on Netflix because this is one movie that should have been released into the theaters. It's fantastic. So, okay, so that's the sneak one that I threw in there. That was the surprise that I promised everybody. So the next one that we're going to talk about is The Clapper. And I had recommended to you, Sam, to watch this one because I got a real kick out of it. Now, The Clapper is a 2017 American comedy, everybody. And it written and directed by Dito Montiel, and I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but
yeah.
How is it pronounced correctly? Tell everybody.
I think it's Dito Montiel.
It always sounds better when you say it. So listen to the cat. The cat knows about names. And don't anybody ever doubt that. Now, the actor, it's kind of a simple movie. The actor, Ed Helms, plays Eddie Crumble. This is a comedy. And in The Clapper, the movie is called The Clapper. And when I first heard it, I thought it was that thing that you put the lights on and off with. But what this is, Tracy Morgan is his sidekick. And I love Tracy Morgan. He is really a funny, funny man. So Tracy Morgan plays his best friend. And it's a story about a man who refused to give up his plan of being kind of like an actor in infomercials. And due to something that happens beyond his control because of the internet media, um, he just ends up being the center of the. He's like an internet star, and it wasn't something he asked for. So it's his journey. And the thing is, he was happy living on the outside of Hollywood with the C and D list, in that category, and he was perfectly happy. But his whole world changed, and it's a different concept. And I love movies with different concepts. So I gave this one for me a 4. I gave it a 4 because I think it's a comedy. It's a different concept, and I like the story, and I like the buddy between him and Tracy. So yeah, there's your little love bear. So what do you think about this?
Uh, it's an odd comedy slash rom-com starring
I
Eddie.
call it a comedy. You're calling it a rom com. That means you don't like it.
Well, it's an got me
That
right.
means for Felina, that's code for this really sucks when she calls it a rom com.
So yeah. Anyway, he's the main character. He plays Eddie Crumble. Oh, there's Eddie Crumble right
There's
there.
Eddie Crumble.
he crumbles.
Yeah.
So
Look, he's clapping.
he's,
Eddie's
And-
clapping.
and he's clapping. So and his sidekick is Tracy Morgan.
I said that already.
He was. Yeah, well.
It's your turn. I know.
And Amanda Seyfried was his romantic interest. And many other celebs were just thrown into the mix in bit parts. I don't know what that was all about. That was kind of silly, I thought. So Eddie and Chris make a living as audience members on various shows, and they appear on infomercials. But sometimes Eddie changes his appearance so that he wouldn't be that recognizable. I don't know why, but he just had a thing about it. He didn't want his mom to see
Yeah, he
him.
didn't want any notoriety.
No, he didn't, not at all. So anyway, he's kind of a schlub. And he goes on to the gas station where he meets Judy, who played by Amanda Seyfried. And she works there, and he becomes very romantically interested in her. Well, all of a sudden, the producers and the host at a popular talk show finds out that he's actually in the audience on many shows. And they suddenly decide they wanted to find him. And they put out all kinds of signs all over the city with his images so that he would be discovered. And they maybe could get him on the talk show and do an interview. Well, the comedy part really became sappy, although the acting was basically good. And all hell breaks loose in his life. All hell breaks loose in his love, Judy's life. And it was amusing and quirky. And it was like kind of a funny romp if you like that type of thing. And
If you like that type of thing, people, I don't think she does. So don't listen to her.
but yeah, anyway, I gave it the clap and 2.5 cattails just because there was an impressive amount of celebrities in very minor roles. That's
Well,
my
not every celebrity needs to be a star every day. They have team players, Samantha.
I know, but it just
Now, so she gave it 2.5. I gave it 4. Let me ask you this, people. Who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to an animal cat that, she's sick in the head? Or are you going to listen to Granny Tino, a woman who has made a feature film?
yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying what happened to it, but yeah. Well, I always get a kick out of suggesting, as you call them, a rom-com, because I know it drives you crazy. So you have to sit there and watch it so you can give a review. No, that wasn't Felina, that was Granny Tino. Well, everybody, I think that it's time that we went back into our respective corners and just gave everybody a break. But thank you for watching.
Yes.
We like that you enjoy our show. And if you have any movie suggestions for us, just go to the website laughtertalks.com and send
Okay.
us an email on the contact page, and we'll review any movie you want. And Felina told me one time she'll even review porn. It's done in good taste, right, Felina?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you have a good day. Keep playing with your cats.
We'll have Ron Jeremy on the talk show,
Oh, yes. Oh, I hope there's room enough for him in the room.
direct from prison.
Ooh, okay. There you go. Okay, everybody, take care of your immune systems. It's only one per customer. See you next last Monday of the month. Bye. Bye, Felina.
Bye.